So, oh, there it is. Thank you. I was like, you saw me struggling trying to find the recording. Well, happy Sunday. We are right into June. My hashtag that I'm working for this summer is making it a summer to remember. And that is enjoying and living where I am, and also appreciating and learning. And it doesn't mean just giving up and being all silly. It means fueling my body with what it needs. I love a post that I saw that Amber made today or yesterday talking about power plants and how a power plant doesn't just produce energy. It just doesn't make energy out of nowhere. It makes energy of what's put into it, and it produces energy. And that's, our bodies are basically power plants. And so the best way that we can bring the best out of our bodies is by filling them and giving them that fuel to help them produce energy. It's not just sleeping more to wake up with more energy. The truth is, if we sleep more and we haven't given ourselves the proper nutrition and water, sleeping enough, we may not feel better when we wake up. We actually do need that whole comprehensive gathering of what we need. We need all the pieces. And what I know can happen in summer is a couple different things. Everybody gets, not everybody, a lot of people get loud about summer bodies, and this is the time to be healthy and to like get skinny or start a new diet, or you have all these trends that start popping up in summer, right? And there's a couple things that also go against us at the same time, because our schedules dramatically change. School can end, things can end that we were used to, and it can kind of make things go differently than we were expecting. And then we also may be spending more time in flowy summer dresses and may not notice when we start indulging a little extra and things start getting a little tighter because we're wearing looser, airy summer clothing. And we may be at a picnic every weekend, or maybe at a fire pit every Friday night, at a campground every weekend. There may be so many variables that come up in summer. And so what happens when it's a holiday, or it's a change in season, a change in life, a change in schedule, something happens and you end up feeling like you overdid it. You either did overdo it eating out or at a picnic or something like that, or you just found yourself, realizing, wow, I really did just go overboard. So before I give you some do's and don'ts when that happens, I want to play a little game with you. So if you want to get the chat ready, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. And even if you're watching the recording, you'll totally be able to play along with us. So no stress here. So can everybody see this picture?
Yes.
Okay. So what is this? Any guesses? It is a close-up of something that you all know. You have all used it, I am sure of. Someone give me a guess.
I thought it was fat in the body. Oh, are we supposed to type?
Yeah, shout it out. Shout it out.
Oh, I didn't know it was something we use.
Well, it's something that we've had. Okay.
Something we've had. Oh.
I got nothing. I was gonna.
Oh no! Don't look. Close your eyes. Oh, it's a pepper. It's the seeds. It is a close-up of the seeds of an inside of a pepper. Okay, here's your next guess. What is this a close-up of?
It looks like beef.
Beef. Okay. One more guess.
Coconut.
Coconut. It's a cinnamon stick. The outside of a cinnamon stick. Okay, here we go.
Pie crust. Just kidding.
Pie crust? Could be. It's actually a cork. Close up.
Wine cork.
Oh.
Okay, it's our last one. What is this?
It looks like an old-fashioned telephone cord.
Ooh, okay, a cord. I like that. I like that. It's actually the part of a guitar.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so what does that little mini quick game have to do with overdoing it on a holiday or a picnic? Any guesses? If we can find, I'll tell you, if we can find ourselves hyper focusing in on that one day or that one meal, we can miss the whole picture and our judgment can be way off. We cannot necessarily know what it is that we're really dealing with, and we're missing the picture, right? When we look at that pepper seed super up close and we're hyper focused on that, we're missing out, you know? And that, I think, is what happens when we have one of those times that we happen to be silly. We maybe overdo it at a picnic or a wedding or a family event, or even just on a weekend at the campground, right? We can have those things happen. And one of the biggest things is if we're hyper focused on that one day, that one choice, that one weekend, we can overreact. And some of the overreactions may have you think, I'm just going to give up. There's no point in trying to be healthy because I can't do it. I'm obviously not meant to be healthy. I can't do it. We could maybe get into like a tit for tat mode and say, I'm just going to skip my meal. I'm just not going to eat dinner. I'm going to go to bed. Everything's going to be fine. Has anybody done that? I mean, I've totally done that in my history. Like I've totally done that. And then by 11 p.m., my stomach is growling and I'm in the fridge, making the day even worse because I tried to like trade calories a couple hours apart. Or I'm going to go burn it off. I'm going to do 5 workouts today. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go like really punish myself. Anybody else do that? I've done that. Right. And so that what can happen is these are things that are overreacting. And when you make that dramatic action based on that hyper focused look at just one day or one meal or one weekend, and you do one of those trying to get extra workouts in, skipping meals, deciding I won't eat tomorrow and I'll make up for it. Like Autumn talks about this in Portion Fix and Alana talks about it in To Be Mindset. Our bodies don't work that way. You can't starve yourself tomorrow for something extra you ate today. It doesn't work that way. And if you start trying to play that game with your body, it is smart and it is going to rob the nutrition from your muscles and your organs. And it is going to store fat because it thinks it's going to have to protect itself in the future when you try to starve it again. And so some things to do if this happens to you, if you had a big party night out at the campground, or you had a picnic or a wedding or something silly, is let it go and move on. That one day, that one weekend is not going to undo the weeks or months or years of work. Will the scale go up a couple pounds? Maybe, probably, maybe, sometimes not, you know, but if you gain weight, if you see a scale go up in the day after or the week after you have one of those silly things happen, it is not fat. Your body, it takes over a week up to 2.5 weeks to build and fill a fat cell. So when the scale is going up, that scale is not measuring only fat. It is not a fat scale. You know, it is a mass index of your pushing down on gravity. It does not tell you what it's made up and what caused it. You need the other data. You need the tracking. You need the whole picture. We need to back out from hyper focusing on the scale. We need to back out from hyper focusing on that one meal or slip up or whatever it is you think you messed up, and just let it go and move on. And I'm not saying let it go, throw your hands up and now just do nothing. This is when you can rewatch your videos, be a beginner again, knowing that you're not starting at the beginning. You have all the knowledge that you have learned from before. And now you have an opportunity to kind of figure out what went sideways. Like, why did I overdo it at the campground? Well, I didn't eat all day thinking that I was going to be able to indulge and save all my calories for at night. So then I ended up eating 3 days worth of food in one night because I was ravenous. And that is something you can do better next time. You can eat a normal day, rewatch your To Be Mindset or your Portion Fix videos. There's videos specific to holiday eating and specific to planning for vacations and travel. So rewatch those and give yourself an idea to take a step forward. And then being mindful next time as you move forward. Think about, how did this feel? Do I want to feel this way again? Do I want to go through this cycle again? And if you don't, you know, again, lean in, get a game plan, put yourself out there in the group and make a post. Hey, I've got a campground again this weekend. I don't want to overdo it like last week. Someone give me your best like campground snacks, or, give me some inspiration, or, check in on me on Saturday. Like, ask for that support, and be mindful to set yourself up. I've reached out to some people privately. I've, been going through something. I was like, I know myself, so I know my weaknesses, and I'm going to put myself out on a blast right now. Something that Jen Hernandez can do is, if she is trying to numb herself, she withdraws and she gets really quiet and she goes like, hides in Netflix or somewhere, right? And so if you see me disappear and I'm not posting or messaging or showing up anywhere, there's a chance that I'm struggling and I'm hiding. And I know that about myself. So what am I going to do? If I have a challenge, if I have something that I'm hyper focused on, like the seeds of that pepper, I'm going to come to my crew and I'm going to say, hey y'all, I need you guys to know I'm in a good place. However, if you see me start slipping, remind me. I don't want to not show up. If you see me like start disappearing, like remind me, and know yourself well enough to set yourself up for success so that you can expect the good and expect the positive. However, be prepared in case something comes sideways, right? And so that's what we do with planning for a picnic or something that's happening. And then getting right back on track. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with the word on the wagon or on track, because to me, that's really part of like diet culture in some ways, because this is life. This is a journey. And I think for me, that's one of the best things of being on this journey, is that it really is about everything. It really is about focusing on where we are today, what next one action can I take, and what will help me do better. And so my loving challenge for you this week is to find some inspiration for yourself. So I'm going to give you two options. You can pick one, you can do both, whatever. This is up to you. You can pick one. But I want you to either find a song that fires you up and makes you feel like you're going to go out on game day and win the race. Like if you were a football player, or if you were a NASCAR driver, or if you were a professional dancer on Dancing with Stars, like what song would you put on before you go out and like take charge and rip it off? And like, what makes you feel real super strong? You find that theme song for yourself this week and you play that every morning. If you're driving and commuting to work, you blast that and you pump yourself up getting ready for the day. If you're working from home, you blast that in the morning before you get your morning workout in. If you're going for a walk, like find that theme song that fires you up and listen to that. If not that, my second option for you is to find an inspirational documentary or movie, something to watch. So true story. Part of what I'm sharing with you tonight is inspired from the Bethany Hamilton story, The Soul Surfer. She's the surfer that a shark took her arm, and she went back and ended up being a professional, really good professional surfer after losing her arm on a surfboard from a shark attack. We do a family movie every week, and that was our movie that we picked. And something that really spoke to me about that Bethany Hamilton story, she's very Christ focused, and something that she kept saying is, I can do all things through Christ. And what spoke to me about that is, I can do all. I can do all. It is about action. We have to do the action. The faith, the belief in what we're putting our faith and belief in, and our trust comes from, something we can put on outside. You can put your belief in your trust in Christ. However, you still have to take the action at the end of the day. And action plus time equals results always. And it's right there. If you need the gospel, if you need a Jenism, if you need something, it's right there for you. Action plus time equals results. And that's something. So if not finding a theme song that you're going to blare out every day, find an inspiration movie to watch and get get something from it that helps you take that next step forward to keep going on your journey. Because this isn't about the destination. Remember, if we look at just the scale, if we look at just a number to lose in the scale, if we look at just one little thing, we're looking at the seeds of the pepper when the picture's the whole pepper. So does anybody have any questions or thoughts off anything that I shared there? You ready?
I am the music person.
You're going to find your theme song. Do you happen to know your theme song already?
Well, there's several, I have to be honest. Like I have them on my playlist, but I haven't played them. And I keep this in my.
Oh no, she touched the thingy to tell us and she hung up. Oh, come back. Oh, well, we're going to follow up and make sure that she plays her theme song every day this week. How about you, Charmaine or Sherry or Jamie? Do you guys have a theme song, or do you have a documentary or inspiration movie you've seen or you've wanted to see?
So I love music too, but I am going to look at Soul Surfer because that's a movie I haven't thought of. So definitely I'm going to pick a song, but then I'll see what I end up with.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick a song. I'm gonna pick a song too, because I have ones that I play, and maybe I'm just not thinking of why I like them. So that's I'm gonna definitely do that. I don't know about the movie thing.
Well, I said
No.
one or the other. You don't have to do both. But I mean, finding a theme song, and I can't wait to hear what song everybody picks. When you find it, you share it in the page, you share it in the messenger, so we can all have an inspirational playlist of each other's songs, and also a reminder for when, if you happen to be feeling down, I can be like, hey, Sherry, go put on Roar.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Go put on Shake It Off.
Yeah. Good idea.
So we made it right to 8:50. We have a little bit of time. Jamie, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I just love you. And I love this message. I was doing some laundry and dishes while I was listening, but I have a playlist that I go to. And so I'm gonna have to like go through that playlist and figure out which is the one that like really, I just love the message of intentionality. You know, there's stuff we do that we know will help us, but it's like, let's pick the thing that we're going to commit to like not even wait till we need it. Right. It's like that preemptive strike. Like, no, I know this is gonna, that made me think of when I was listening to, I've been really, really, really trying not to reach for my phone first thing in the morning, and look at email, news feed, etc. And just really let myself like start my day with intentionally without, because when we do that, when we look at the news feed, when we look at our email, when we check, we are then letting go of the steering wheel of our day, and we're reactive. We're often, I get that like CNN top 5 news stories from the day before, always negative, so it's just like, I just made me think of that. I'm like, I'm going to recommit to, I was doing really good with that, like where I'd grab my book instead, or I would sit and kind of like lay there. Cause I like to be kind of cozy in bed for a little bit while I'm waking up. So I would just like fill that time with, I've started a bad habit of filling that time with my phone. So all the other things that I could choose to commit to doing instead during that time. So anyway, I just appreciated the reminder, and I think we can end now. I thought it was perfect way to start the week. And I'm going to share my song in the group. If you liked the Soul Surfer, if you haven't seen The Secret, gosh, what is it called? I want to say it's The Secret Dare to Lead. Maybe it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
and it's with, it's with Katie Holmes. So if you just like type in Katie Holmes, The Secret, then the movie will actually, I can Google it really fast. It was excellent. It was also with that cutie pie from Sweet Home Alabama, the Jake from Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know the actor's name.
I like him.
Right? He's so cute. He's in hold on, Katie Holmes, The Secret movie. Yeah, it's called Dare to Dream. The Secret Dare to Dream. So it's, his name's Josh Lucas. So Katie Holmes, Josh Lucas, and a bunch of other people. But it's excellent. It's based off of the book The Secret, but also similar. Soul Surfer, like it just has similar energy. It was really good. So that's a good one to watch.
Oh, perfect. I'll put that on the list for next week's movie time.
Okay.
So if you're catching the replay, make sure to comment and share. Find your theme song or your inspiration movie, watch it, and share your takeaway that you're going to use to help file yourself forward. For the good of the group, any last questions or anything?
Sounds good.
Oh my God. Okay.
Take care.
Okay, let's make